Now, the first story comes from cricket. With the T20 World Cup around the corner this year, any news around India and the T20 squad has been watched with hawk-eye-like eagerness. India is scheduled to play a 3-match T20 series against Afghanistan, with the first one on the 11th of this month in India's Mohali. And let's be honest, despite Afghanistan's stellar performance in the ODI World Cup recently, this isn't the marquee clash of the year, but it is one of the most important tournaments because apart from the Indian Premier League or the IPL, these 3 matches will determine who could be India's playing 11 for the T20 World Cup that's around the corner. But the headline-grabbing news from the squad announcement has been that of the return of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. There were a lot of speculative talks around the future of these two superstar batters and, of course, the future of Rohit's captaincy in the shorter formats. Now, we'll get to that in just a bit. Both Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have not played a T20 international for India since 2022, but reliable sources say that they did express their desire to play T20s this year. And just going by how they've performed in the shorter format of late, you won't be able to drum up too many reasons to keep them away. Rohit Sharma's strike rate, for example, in ODIs alone is enough to put him into the squad, as was seen in the World Cup that concluded last year. And even though India went on to lose in that final to Australia, Virat was player of the tournament. Now, need I say more? More than 700 runs in that tournament by Virat Kohli. From what we hear, the BCCI selection committee sat down to discuss long and hard and had enough conversations with both these stalwarts to include them in this series, which is a clear indication that they will be a part of the T20 World Cup in June in USA and West Indies. And in all likelihood, it will be a mentorship role. This would be the swan song for two of the best batters India's produced as far as ICC World Cups go. So in that case, the top order has Virat and Rohit, which brings me to the others mentioned in the squad as far as the batting lineup goes. You have Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal. They will be making up the top order of that lineup. The biggest exclusions as far as the batting lineup goes are KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer. That tells me a couple of things. There could be a fight on our hands for the spot for the second wicketkeeper. In the advent of Rishabh Pant coming in for the IPL, and let's say he makes a great comeback, but even if he doesn't get among the runs, yet looks fit and raring with no niggles, Pant walks into any T20 setup, which means it could be a fight between KL Rahul and Sanju Samson, who's brought into this squad, and he probably is a nose ahead for that second keeper spot, going by the performance that he's had in the last few weeks. And why leave out Shreyas Iyer though? There are options waiting to take up that number 4 spot like Tilak Varma. Then of course there are 2 major players who are in recovery mode. Number 1, Hardik Pandya, who is scheduled to make it to the IPL and will easily walk back into the squad not only as an all-rounder, but the big question is he could be given the reins as skipper. The argument is to ensure a smooth transition, let it pass on from Rohit to Hardik while they still play alongside each other, like we are about to witness in the Mumbai Indians franchise at the IPL this year. The second player, who is currently out with injury, Surya Kumar Yadav. The batter has been nominated in the ICC T20 Cricketer of the Year list for 2023. He will waltz into the T20 World Cup squad as well. So that means this series against Afghanistan is crucial for the likes of Jitesh Sharma, Washington Sundar and Rinku Singh to stake their claim in that lower order of the batting lineup, if, of course, given the chance. Rinku, though, with his heroics throughout 2023, most definitely seems to be the most fancied. The guy is a match winner. That leads us to the bowling department. It's safe to say Ravindra Jadeja, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj have been rested and not dropped. Jasprit Bumrah had a fantastic World Cup, his major tournament on his comeback trail. He led the pace attack admirably well alongside Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Siraj's doggedness too, an asset in big tournaments. That leaves players like Mukesh Kumar and Arshdeep, who are being keenly watched as top contenders to pad up India's pace attack. In the spin department, many vying to get that spot alongside Jadeja. Kuldeep Yadav and Ravi Bishnoi seem to be extremely good options and leading that option list, even though Akshar Patel's batting prowess is a tempting add-on. But India should look to learn from the ODI World Cup experience that they had. They were forced to sacrifice an all-rounder in Shardul Thakur and an injured Hardik Pandya for 2 specialists. Surya Kumar Yadav and Mohammad Shami, and that of course paid off. So a lot of things to tick for the Indian side and the Indian selectors when they sit in, and this series against Afghanistan starting on the 11th is just the starting point for it. The next few months will see musical chairs being conducted to determine who gets to be on that flight to play the T20 World Cup. India, of course, is slotted in Group A alongside Pakistan, the USA, Canada and Ireland.